Are we good? Are we live?
You're live.
Welcome. We're live. At least we hope so. Pardon our technical difficulties. My name is Hannah Schaefer. I'm a former coach of the swim team. Collegiate swimmer myself. Coached for about a decade. So I feel like I've got a lot of good experience to share with you tonight. This is our final home meet of the season for the Panthers. We'll be kicking off the swim meet with the medley relay. This race features all four of our strokes: backstroke, butterfly, breaststroke, and freestyle. Each swimmer covers 50 yards down and back of the pool. Traditional format of a high school swim meet is girls followed by the boys. Swimming for East Penn in lane 2, we've got Ocean Flickinger, TJ Nguyen, Bethany Ansel, and Jessica Dang. And East Pennsboro in lane 4, we've got Addie Barrett, Hannah Turner, Nora Almazani, and Ella Hall.
Swimming for East Pennsboro in lane 2, Nguyen, Ansel, and Dang. And swimming in lane 4 for East Penn, Barrett, Turner,
Which one's our team?
and Hall.
The even lanes.
Look at the caps. Look at the caps. I can go down here, right?
Yeah. Just you can't.
No. I was going.
Just be careful. Starting our race off with backstroke. What's exciting about this stroke is swimmers have the ability to breathe the whole time. If you've ever had an athletic event where you've struggled with breath control, swimming may not be for you. As our teams finish their first leg, up next we have breaststroke in the water. In my opinion, breaststroke is the hardest stroke. Some people think this is like a frog motion. In fact, timing is very critical to your ability to swim this stroke fast. You don't get a lot of power out of a frog kick compared to a butterfly kick or the dolphin kick or your flutter kick, which you see in freestyle and backstroke. The third stroke is butterfly, made famous by Michael Phelps, one of the greatest athletes of all time. I'm not biased in saying that. No other person has as many Olympic medals as Michael Phelps does. The iconic arm stretch above the water. And finally, the race is finished by the freestyle leg. This is your fastest stroke. East Penn swimmers just behind the Big Spring. Big Spring will finish this race in first place in lane 3. Our East Pennsboro A team comes in second, shortly behind. And our East Pennsboro B team will be a little bit behind that. Now, relays are scored a little differently than your individual event. So sometimes winning a meet comes down to who wins that final relay. But because the Big Spring team only has one relay group and East Pennsboro has 2, we're going to be pretty on par with our points here after the first meet. Or I'm sorry, after the first event.
The next event is event number 2, boys swimming yard medley relay. Swimming for Big Spring in lane and Katora. And in lane 5 for Big Spring, Thompson, Rayburn, Ronowski, Ellerman, and Thompson. And swimming for East Pennsboro in lane 4, Zoe,
You want me to?
Dugan,
Because it's kind of like this.
and Close.
We'll let the race start. Up next, we have the boys 200 medley relay. Big Spring has 2 teams in this event. East Pennsboro in lane 4, right in the middle there. The team of Zuli Scugan, the eldest Scugan, Connor Corman, and Carson Close. Once again, we're starting off with backstroke, followed by breaststroke, butterfly, and freestyle. There's a lot more strategy to relays than I think people realize. You need someone to lead off first who's going to be able to get going right away. And a lot of times later legs of the relays will have to fight a little extra hard to catch that lead back. It also depends on what other events those swimmers are swimming. So even if you have your best breaststroker, you may not put them in the relay if they're in an event shortly before or after a relay. The relay start is also a little bit different than your typical start. If you're seeing swimmers off the blocks from our angle of the camera, we're a little far away from the blocks, but you can see that swimmers have the ability to step off and kind of jump forward with their start. Elite swimmers get really precise with their timing. So strategy is also involved with learning your teammates' pace of stroke, how quick they're coming into the wall, and being able to time yourself precisely. You will get disqualified by a meet official if you step off the block before your fellow swimmer touches the wall. So as long as your toe is on the block when the previous swimmer finishes, you will be okay. Looks like we have a disqualification in this particular event. We had both Big Spring teams finish before our East Pennsboro boys.
Next event is event number 3, girls 200-yard freestyle. Swimming for Big Spring in lane 1, Fedorsky. Lane 3, Bono. And in lane 5, Chestnut. And swimming for East Pennsboro in lane 2, Hall. Lane 4, Turner. And in lane 6, Capers.
For our first individual event, we have the girls 200-yard freestyle event. This is 8 lengths of the pool, all freestyle. For East Pennsboro, we have Ella Hall in lane 2, Hannah Turner in lane 4, Julie Capers in lane 6. Hannah Turner fighting for the lead against the Big Spring leader in lane 3. Hannah Turner's in lane 4. So from our camera angle, you can literally count 4 lanes over. Hannah is slightly in the lead with a 29-19 split for her first 50. In an event like this, your first 50 is going to be the fastest. You get a decent amount of speed off of your start. Our next East Penn swimmer in lane 2 is holding strong at 4th place. That's Ella Hall. Hannah continuing to hold the lead in lane 4. Julie Capers over in lane 6. Getting a little bit of encouragement from the coaches. She will fight for 5th or 6th place as it stands now. Hannah pulling ahead in her final lap of the race. Hannah sits with a best time right now of 2:09.27, and it looks like if she can hold this pace for just a little longer, it will be very close. She may get a best time out of this swim. 2:08.02, new time for Hannah Turner. Congrats to her. Coming up in 2nd place with our lane 3 big spring swimmer. 3rd place will go to the big spring swimmer in lane 5. Ella Hall finishing strong, will come in 4th. This is a really tricky event in between our sprinting events, which are typically the 50 and the 100 freestyle length, and our distance event, which at the high school level we only swim up to the 500, but in club swimming and collegiate swimming goes up to the 1,000 and even the mile-long swim or the 1,600. So the 200 is kind of in that sweet spot between sprint and long distance. Really test of strength. Off to a fast start in the boys 200 freestyle. Our big spring lane 3 swimmer making quick lead. This is Yasik's first time swimming the 200 this season. So no matter how he does, it will be a best time for Yasik. Now our high school pool is 25 yards long. If you've ever looked up world records for swimming or you've ever tuned into Olympic swimming, the pool is not quite the same size. We call this a short course yards pool. So you'll often see times designated with the SCY. You won't see world records in short, well, there are records in short course pool, but when you're looking at Olympic and world records, they're often in long course meters. So the Olympic pool, if you've ever watched Olympic swimming and been like, wow, that pool is really long, you're right, it is literally twice as long as this pool, plus a few extra yards. Don't ask me why some pools are yards and some pools are meters. I'm sure there's a reason. High school pools are 25 yards. True Olympic-sized pools are 50 meters. Yasik coming in 3rd place, following our first 2 boys' big spring swimmers. Yasik with a time of 2:31.55. Just outtouched our big spring swimmer lane 1. And we will round up this event with Josh coming in 5th. Just missing his best time. Oh no, he got it. His best time was 2:54.51. Finished today 2:54.44. Just a few hundredths off.
10 in lane 2, Barrett. In lane 4, Almazani. And in lane 6, Gillis.
Here we have the 200 IM. Same number of laps, different strokes every time. Do a full 50 yards of butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. Nora Almazani off to a quick start in lane 4. She's joined by Addie Barrett in lane 2 for East Pennsboro. If you've been following with us since the beginning, our 4 strokes for the individual medley, or the IM, are the same 4-stroke swim in the medley relay, which kicked off our meet, just in a different order. Almazani continuing to keep the lead in her backstroke, approaching the halfway mark as she finishes this next lap. Addie coming in for her backstroke turn. We also have Charlotte Gillis in lane 6 for East Pennsboro, finishing her first length of backstroke now. Our Big Spring lane 3 swimmer catching up to Nora here in the breaststroke. To swim the IM, you do have to have a level of talent in all 4 strokes, but it is often said that the breaststrokers are the ones who really succeed. By your 3rd stroke, you are really feeling tired, and if you cannot hold a strong breaststroke, unfortunately, you may lose your lead in the IM. Nora will have to fight here in the freestyle if she wants to take this lead back. It will be a close one. Charlotte and Addie holding strong in their breaststroke. Nora in lane 3 finishing her final turn, and she will come in for the finish in 2nd place behind our Big Spring swimmer in lane 3. Nora just falling short of her best time in the IM as well. Charlotte coming in for her final lap now. Nora finished with a time of 2:37.57. Addie finished at 2:59.53. Charlotte just got a best time with 3:33.58, dropping 3 seconds off of her previous best. Up next, we'll have the boys.
In lane 1, Thompson. In lane 3, Barber Bernarski. And in lane 5, Cubbage. And swimming for East Pennsboro in lane 4, McMichael.
For East Pennsboro, we have Thomas McMichael in lane 4. He will be competing against 3 Big Spring swimmers. Thomas holding the fort down for East Pennsboro. The IM events made very popular in the years of Michael Phelps and Ryan Lochte swimming in the Olympics. At the collegiate and club level and world level, you also have the 400 IM. It's twice as many laps. World record, well, the American record in short course yards is around 137.91. That time has come and gone. Just to give you some perspective at our world-class athletes that are out there. These are some impressive high school swims, but Olympic swimming is truly out there. Our first swimmer for Big Spring just finished at 2:13.21. Thomas McMichael finishing fourth. With a time of 2:41.54.
The next event is event number 7, girls 50-yard freestyle.
Up next, we have our 50 freestyle, perhaps the most exciting event. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Now, despite being the shortest event in the pool, the 50 is harder than it looks. You get one chance down and back to swim your race. And if you mess up anything, it's over. Swimming for East Pennsboro in this event, we've got Ashley Miller in lane 2, TJ Nguyen in lane 4, and Jessica Dang in lane 6. We are off. Ashley Miller fighting for first over in lane 2. We got Ashley Miller finishing second, shortly in front of TJ Nguyen in lane 4. Jessica Dang in lane 6 finishing in 6th.
The next event is event number 8, boys 50-yard freestyle. Swimming for Big Spring.
Ashley Miller with a best time of 30.13, beating her best time of 30.87. Less than a second drop, but in the 50, it's hard to drop any time. TJ finished with a time of 31.68, and Jessica with a time of 40.67. Our boys now, we have Connor Corman in lane 2, Carson Close in lane 4, Weston Zulli in lane 6. This is a fast one. Almost all identically finishing at the turn. We will have to watch the timing system for who finishes this race in first. It's a close one. Lane 3 coming in first with an impressive time of 24.36. Carson Close finishing second with 24.86, just in front of the Big Spring swimmer in lane 5, 24.87. 0.01 difference there. That's how close this race was. Connor Corman in lane 2 with a time of 25.18. Weston in lane 6, 26.63, finishing 5th. Between first and 6th place, there was less than 3 seconds of all those swimmers. At this point in the meet, we take a short break. It is our senior recognition night. So we will take that recognition time during this break, and the swimmers will have about 5 or 10 minutes to swim to continue to warm up and cool down for their races before our next event, which is the 100 butterfly.
for attending tonight's swim meet. With our break getting ready to start, we would like to take an opportunity to honor our senior swimmers and their supporting families of the class of 2026. Before we recognize the East Penn seniors, we're going to recognize our visiting seniors from Big Spring. As they are called, we will ask that our guest seniors step forward to be recognized and that you can applaud for them after their name is called. So our first senior being recognized tonight from Big Spring is Aubrey Chestnut. Next is Daniel Katora. Next is Avery Scott. And next is Will Thompson. Congratulations, seniors. Sorry. This is not as yeah. Another round of applause. Congratulations for the Big Spring seniors. And now for our Panther seniors. First senior for tonight is Addie Barrett. She is escorted by her mom, Tammy Barrett, dad, Daniel Barrett. She has been on the high school swim team for 3 years, and she has played girls soccer for the high school team for the last 4 years. She also was involved in Young Life for 4 years, National Honor Society for 2 years, Envirothon for 2 years, the Math Club for 1 year, Minithon for 1 year, and the Link Crew for 1 year. Next year, she plans to attend school for pre-veterinary medicine and eventually get her doctorate in veterinary medicine. And she would like to give a thanks to her teammates for making the team have such a welcoming environment. She would also like to thank her parents for always rooting for her and for her coaches for everything they've done to make her a better swimmer and a better person. Congratulations, Addie. Next up, we have Jackson Carkidi, escorted by his parents, Mike and Amy Carkidi. Jackson has been a member of the swim team since his freshman year of high school. And in his future, Jackson is exploring his options and considering pursuing careers in criminal justice, recreation management, turf management, or business. After he graduates from high school, he plans to get a job and take classes at a 2-year college and then maybe attend a 4-year college. He would like to take the opportunity to thank his parents and family for their love and guidance, his coaches, Shannon and Katie, for their patience, dedication, and support, and his teammates for their friendship and encouragement. Congratulations, Jackson. Our next senior is Jess Dang, escorted by her mother, Wendy Tran. Jess has been playing tennis for 4 years, and she has been a team captain for 2 years. She has been on the swim team for 1 year. She is involved in the French Nationals Honor Society. She's a Link Crew commissioner. She's a Character Ed committee member. She is a member of the Yearbook Club, the Math Club, and she is a member of Minithon and the Leadership Club. Next year, Jess plans to attend a 4-year university on a pre-physician assistant track, planning to work in dermatology or cardio. Congratulations, Jess. Our next senior is Thomas McMichael. He is escorted by his mom, Jackie, his dad, Dennis, and brother, Derek. Thomas has been involved in varsity soccer for 4 years, and he was an one-time All-Division. He also has 4 years on the varsity swim team. Additionally, he was at the volleyball club vice president, and he has been in the Spanish club for 4 years. Next year, he plans to attend Penn State Berks to study education and play soccer. And congratulations, Thomas. Our next senior this evening is Ashley Miller, escorted by her mom and dad, Heather and Ross Miller. Her athletics and years of participation: she has been on the soccer team for 13 years. She has been a member of the swim team for 3 years, and she has participated in the track team, including this upcoming season, will be for 2 years. Her activities and other involvement outside of sports: she has been a part of the UPMC Health Careers Internship. She's been a part of Minithon for 3 years and a part of the leadership team there for 2 years. She's been on the Environment Club for 2 years, One Voice Club for 2 years, the Medical Club, National Honor Society for 2 years, and the Character Education Committee for 2 years. Her future plans: she plans to attend the University of Pittsburgh, the major in biology, on the pre-med track, and to go on to become a pediatrician or travel physician with a pediatric focus. She would like to thank her family, God, Coach Shannon, Coach Katie, and Joel for helping her get to where she is. Congratulations, Ashley. Our next senior this evening is TJ Nguyen. She's escorted by her father, Hoy Nguyen, mother, Julie Nguyen, and her brother, Hayden Nguyen. She has been involved on the swim team for 3 years, the soccer team for 3 years, the track and field team for 5 years, and a part of the cross-country team for 1 year. Her other activities include being the vice president of the NHS for 2 years, the president of the Literary Magazine Club for 2 years. She's an admin officer in NJROTC for the last 2 years. She is the treasurer of the Drama Club for the last 2 years. She is the choir accompanist for the last 3 years, and she has also published 6 fiction novels since 2021. Next year, she plans to attend a university in New York City to double major in creative writing and pre-law studies to become a best-selling author and lawyer. Congratulations, TJ. And our next senior this evening is Hannah Turner. She is escorted by her parents, Angie and Ken Turner. She has been swimming for 12 years, starting at the age of 5. She has had many accomplishments throughout her years on the high school team, including earning 9 district medals between relays and individual events. She's participated in the nonprofit organization United at their Youth Day of Caring, where she was able to participate in a spring cleanup at City Island. Next year, she plans to attend Lock Haven University and also plans to continue her swimming career at Lock Haven. She would like to thank her parents and family for always believing in her. She would also like to thank Coach Shannon and Coach Katie for coaching her over the last several years. She would like to give them a special thanks to her team for creating such an open environment. And she would also like to give a shout out to Nora for always being such a supportive and understanding friend and always being there when she needs advice or encouragement. And also thank you to East Penn Swimming. Congratulations, Hannah. Let's give it up one more time for our class of 2026 East Pennsboro Swimming seniors. To the seniors, thank you for your effort and dedication to the Orange and Black, and we wish you nothing but success in your future endeavors. How about one more round of applause for the class of 2026?
Hey everyone, we're almost done with our break here at the last home meet of the season for our Eastman Panthers at the pool, our swimming Panthers. Got a couple more minutes of our break, so to kill some time, I've got some fun facts for you. Featuring some facts about probably the most famous swimmer in the world, Michael Phelps, our most decorated Olympian of all time with 28 Olympic medals. Now, while he is one of the most decorated Olympic athletes of all time, not just in swimming, which, does that make him the GOAT if he's got the most medals in the world? I don't know. A lot of his world records don't stand anymore. Our last Olympics in 2024, a lot of his last standing records were broken. So that is a fun fact to know about him. Butterfly, freestyle, and the IM were his main events. Probably most iconically, Michael Phelps is known for his butterfly, where his arms extended over the water. Another well-known swimming Olympian is Katie Ledecky, who continues to make recent news in our most recent World's Championships, so not the Olympics, but World's Championships, who continues to hold not just the world records in her events, but like the top 10 times. Like the next swimmer closest to her in a lot of her events is like, it's all of Katie Ledecky's times all the way down to like 15 top times of the world. So that's kind of crazy. Her main events are the 400, the 800, and the 1500 freestyle. You're good. So she is someone you should know if you're interested in being any sort of knowledgeable about swimming. You got to pay attention to Katie Ledecky. Our next swimming Olympics will be in 2028 at the LA Olympics. Did you register for your Olympic Stimpics? Read this fun fact about Katie Ledecky.
She was very dominant distance freestyler, the 400, the 800, and the 1500 freestyle. She was known for incredible pacing, endurance, and consistency, and she was one of the most decorated female swimmers in Olympic history.
That's right. That's all about Katie Ledecky. Thanks, Connor. Let's tune back into the pool. Next, we've got the girls' 100 butterfly. Swimming for the Panthers, we've got Katia Petitsis in lane 2 and Hannah Turner in lane 4 and Bethany Ansel in lane 6. A lot of people regard butterfly as the hardest stroke due to the fact that you almost have to pull your entire upper body up out of the water with every stroke. Now, if you can learn to do the butterfly efficiently, it is, well, I mean, it's still challenging for sure, but the goal is to keep your head low. You don't really want your whole upper body up out of the water, even though it looks like it's coming up. You really want to stay low to the water. Hannah's got a great rhythm in her butterfly. You see that she stays low to the water, her arms are low and extended out, and her kick is what's propelling her forward. Her arms are just keeping the rhythm. She has maintained her lead through this race. She will come in first with a time of 1:05.79, followed by our Big Spring girls swimmer in lane 3. Katia will come up in third, followed by Bethany in fourth. Here we have Cole Swimmer. Cole, what are you swimming tonight?
I have 100 back and 100 breast and 200 free relay.
What's your most challenging event tonight, Cole?
100 breast. I don't like it very much. It's hard.
What's your goal?
Around like 120.
We'll see if Cole can get his goal tonight for the 100 breasts. Good luck, Cole. For our boys, 100 fly. We have Liam Souter. Oh, that's the Big Spring swimmer, my bad. Carson Close in lane 2, and Connor Corman in lane 4 for our East Pennsboro swimmers. Connor Corman's best time in this event is 1 minute and 87 milliseconds. We will see if tonight is the night he finally breaks a minute. That would require him to drop almost a full second, harder than it sounds, in a short race. He's maintained his lead. He's got a great rhythm, powerful stroke. You can see his kick propelling him forward. Every beat he moves ahead. It looks like he's floating through the water. Carson Close doing a fantastic job. Carson making it look easy in lane 2. Corman very close. We got a best time in 1 minute and 22. Not quite breaking a minute, but still dropped half a second. Great job, Connor. Carson coming up in 5th place for the 100 fly. Time of 1:10:07. Next, we have my personal favorite event, the 100 freestyle. This is one of the most competitive events in swimming. I was a sprinter myself. The 50, as I said earlier, you have to be perfect in the 50, but the 100 gives you a little bit of flexibility to make mistakes and still come back and win. Swimming for East Pennsboro in the 100 freestyle, we've got Mihaela Hrustovova in lane 2 and Charlotte Gillis in lane 4, Jessica Dang in lane 6. Not quite as intense as the 50 as far as pacing and sprinting, but swimmers should still be giving it their all to finish this event. The girls' world record in short course yards. So that's a pool just like this one. 44.71, set by Gretchen Walsh. That is a name you should know in the swimming world. She has been a more recent contender, breaking a ton of world records in her collegiate and Olympic careers. 44.71, that is insane. Most high school and college level swimmers never make it out of the 50s. So for her to swim this in 44 seconds is truly insane. We had our Big Spring female swimmer in lane 3 finish first. Charlotte Gillis in lane 4 finished second with a 1:24.09.
Next event is event number 14, boys 100-yard freestyle. Swimming for Big Spring in lane 1, Tamble.
Mihaela in lane 2 finished with a 1:34.24, and Jess in lane 6, 1:36.29.
Swimming for East Penn in lane 4.
Boys 100 freestyle. Weston Zuli in lane 2, Zach Hess in lane 4. Very close race between two Big Spring swimmers in lane 3 and 5, and Zach Hess in lane 4. Incredibly close. We got our first place 55.24, second place Zach Hess 55.84, and third place 56.44. Less than a second between all three of those swimmers. Looks like Weston Zuli did not swim that race. I apologize.
The next event is event number 15, girls 500-yard freestyle. Swimming for Big Spring in lane 3, Christopher, and in lane 5, Chestnut. Swimming for East Penn, lane 2, Mishler. In lane 4, Flickinger. And in lane 6, Christozova.
Up next, we have the 500 freestyle. These are our longest distance events at the high school level. These kinds of events are what Katie Ledecky is most well known for. In these kinds of events, we have counters. If you've ever swam more than one lap continuously, you know how hard it is to remember how many laps you've done. It just all kind of becomes a blur. The 500 is 20 laps, down and back 20 times. The counters at the opposite end of the pool, which you cannot see in the camera. Oh, we're panning over. They have numbers. Nice. They've got numbers that they will hold into the pool to show their swimmer what lap they are on. There's some contention on the internet if it's a lap or a length. I'll tell you, in the swimming world, we say laps for a single length. I know it's confusing. So they will swim down, that's 1 lap. Swim back is 2 laps. And they're going to do 20 laps. For our East Penn swimmers in the 500 free, we've got Elena Mishler in lane 2, Ocean Flickinger in lane 4, and Mihaela Hrustovova in lane 6. Now, I spoke to Ocean earlier today about her competing in this event. She shared with me that she is going for her best time, hoping to drop a few seconds. This is her second time swimming this event. Now, pacing is really, really important in a distance event. Our counters at the opposite end of the pool not just have a job to show the swimmer what lap they're on, but they can signal to their swimmer some cues about their pacing. To be really competitive at this event, you know exactly what split you need for every 50. So every time a swimmer finishes back at the end with the blocks, there's a timing pad there. And their split, or how fast they went for that particular 50, will show up on the timing system. And really competitive swimmers at distance events know exactly what their splits need to be every single 50. And their counter is there to help them go faster or hold, or maybe be aware that there's a swimmer just behind them. The top collegiate times in the 500 free for women are in the range of about 4 minutes and 35 seconds to 4 minutes and 40 seconds. That means for every 100, they're going faster than a minute. That means at the high school level, you basically have to sprint the entire race. And if you're doing that for 20 laps, that definitely gets to you. It's no joke. That's breath control the whole time, managing your kick speed. Every time you do a turn, you have an opportunity for underwater kicks. When you are out of breath after so many laps, that can be really challenging. Any swimmer who finishes the 500 deserves some credit. 20 laps without stopping. Now in a race like the 500, you really start to feel the quality of the pool. Some swimmers describe some pools as fast and others as slow. That has to do with things like the temperature of the pool, how deep the pool is, the width of the lanes. All of those things can impact how a pool feels. Now, at the end of the day, it's up to the swimmer to be competitive enough and trained well enough that they can handle any pool in any condition. Those factors may impact times by a matter of seconds.
Right down here?
Joined now by Athletic Director, Mr. Etter. Mr. Etter, what questions do you have about swimming?
Not really any. But I do seem to learn something new every swim meet, so it's always interesting.
I was just telling the audience why some pools feel fast and others pools feel slow. I would say our
That's an
pool
interesting thought. I never thought of it that way.
temperature makes a difference.
Ah, okay.
How wide the lanes are reduces the amount of waves coming in from the other swimmers. Things you never thought
Never would've
about.
thought.
Right.
Always teaching, Miss Schaefer.
Got to impart my knowledge on the next generation.
Right. That's right. The feed looks good.
Yeah, I think it does.
We had some internet troubles, but
Okay.
I'm using a hotspot.
Oh, okay.
Shout out to Lucas's hotspot. I'm sure you all heard that. That is the signal that the swimmer in the lead is about to finish their last 50.
Who's in the lead?
We have our big spring swimmer in lane 3 in the lead.
Hey, got a little obstacle course over there for him.
Our swimmer who finished in first, lane 3, our big spring swimmer, finished with a time of 6:03.91. That's a very competitive high school time. I believe all of our other swimmers in the pool will have at least one more 50 to go. Back with us again is Cole Scugan. Cole, what advice do you have for anyone wanting to join the swim team?
Join it. It's not that hard. It's fun. You know?
Yeah. Is it hard to go home with wet hair every day in the winter?
Not really, no. Run to the car, warm it up, drive home, hop in the shower. It's fun.
It's not so bad, right? Swimming.
Yeah.
Best sport on earth. Our big spring swimmer in lane 5 finished in second with 6:28.67. East Penn girls holding strong, maintaining their pace. This is a real test of endurance. As much as you really want to stop, it is hard to keep going sometimes. And our swimmers, man, they are staying strong. Elena Mischler, lane 2, approaching her final turn of the race. Addie, the most encouraging counter out there. Shout out to Addie, shouting out her swimmer. Motion in lane 4 finished third with a time of 8:03.52. Not quite a best time, but not too far off. Great effort. I am unable to get a time for Elena in lane 2 due to a timing pad error. She's finished in 4th. Mihaela in lane 6, still going strong, finishing her final 50. Now, at a high school level, these kinds of endurance events, they are really trying to pace themselves to not go out way too fast and lose all their energy. They have to maintain a swimming pace for 20 whole laps. And that is the challenge. Mihaela finishing with 9:36.30. Compare that to Katie Ledecky or anyone at the professional level. It looks like they are full out sprinting. They have trained to maintain that race pace over a long distance, up to a mile.
We already had one yesterday. And like, I don't even know why we were laughing. We were laughing because everyone else was laughing. Like, that's why. I tried to look at the ground. That's why I put my head down. You're not allowed. I'm just split this right. I'll split it. A little bit left. I have a little bit left. Y'all want to see that body? I'll split that red.
Yard freestyle. Swimming for big spring in lane 1, Elegant. Lane 3, Coverage. And in lane 5, Repeat. Swimming for East Lane in lane 2, Franchise. And in lane 4, Marquise.
For the boys 500 in lane 2, we've got Josh Franchek. And in lane 4, we have Jackson Karkidi. I'm going to give myself a shout out because when I coached for the team Jackson's freshman year, I taught him how to dive. He wouldn't be the swimmer he is today without Coach Hannah's diving practice. But he has made significant progress with a number of coaches since then. Of course, I cannot take all the credit, and he has become a very dedicated swimmer. Shout out to Jackson. Now, off of every turn, a swimmer has the ability to do underwater dolphin kicks. You may notice that there are flags hanging above the pool. And if you look at the lane lines closely, there is a yellow marker a little bit past the flags on either side. That yellow marker indicates the 15-yard mark. You are allowed in the rule book to swim underwater 15 yards away from the pool. So after a turn, you pass one yellow marker and you have to come up before the second yellow marker. But you can swim that far underwater if you so wish. That requires incredible training for your breath work and how you're holding your breath and exerting yourself underwater. But if you know anything about physics in water, the water deeper in the pool has a little more resistance than at the top. So if you can maintain your underwaters for that long underwater, you can really strategize your race differently and come out in the lead because the effort you put in underwater will take you further. In practice, you will hear coaches yelling at their swimmers to work on their underwaters. A good rule of thumb is off of every turn you should give yourself 5 kicks, and then after you come up off of your turn, you have what's called the breakout stroke. So when you come up out of the water, your first 2 strokes really should be fast and powerful to kind of maintain some of that speed you're getting off of the wall. After your start, where you're getting a lot of power from the physics of gravity to go fast off of your start, your turn should be your second fastest part of your race. Because the ability to push off the wall, give yourself a little bit of a boost, and then use those underwaters to your advantage, you really got to maintain that. So you should be hitting your underwaters with force and then coming up for your breakout strokes, trying your best to sort of maintain that speed. If you come up and take a breath right away, you are losing momentum, and that can make or break your race. So our distance swimmers, once again, credit to them for their endurance, not just in swimming, but having to turn so many times. While it is giving you a little boost of speed, it does require you to hold your breath to do that turn and hit those underwaters, and that can really cause fatigue on the body. It's all about strategy of pacing your effort, making sure you nail your turns, being aware of your splits. Some elite swimmers will try to do negative splits, which means they start off the race slower and progressively get faster with their splits, which is really impressive to see. Now, if you've ever tried to be a swimmer yourself, you know that, one, it takes a lot of effort and energy to hop into a pool. It's hard to convince yourself to jump into a pool sometimes. But similar to running, training for swimming should not look like you swimming lap after lap after lap. You really got to switch up your training. So if you think about these swimmers doing these distance events, when they're training for this in their practices, they're not just swimming laps continuously. A lot of times swimmers who are training for distance events will practice their pace. So let's say you're trying to hold a pace of 40 seconds per 50, which is about what our swimmers are doing now. If that's your goal in a race, in practice, you might do 20 50s on the 45. So you better swim 40 seconds to give yourself 5 seconds of rest before you jump right into your next one. So you're breaking up your training into smaller chunks, thinking more about pacing of your event. It's also important to practice your turns in an individualized fashion. So a lot of times in practice, coaches will pull the swimmers to the halfway mark of the pool and give them an opportunity to just focus on nailing their turns and practicing those underwaters. Current swimmer in the lead in lane 3 is our big spring swimmer. He'll finish in first. Jackson in lane 4, maintaining an excellent pace. His endurance is really showing. He's able to do a lot of breath control. I'm noticing he's breathing every 5 strokes, every 3 strokes. That is better than every single stroke. When you breathe every stroke, again, you're kind of losing some of that momentum. Breathing every 3 strokes or every 5 strokes allows your body to be balanced as you breathe on either side. Jackson finishing his 500 here. He'll finish in second place with a time of 6:32.22. Josh in lane 2 still going strong. He's got a strong kick going. His arms are moving. Josh now on his final 50. Josh giving it his all, coming into his finish. Josh finishing in 4th place. Sorry, Josh finished in 5th place. I believe his time is 7:53.68. Appears to have been some issues with the timing pad, so unsure if that is his official time. That's pretty on par with his other times we have on record, so good job, Josh. Up next are races. We return to exciting relays. We'll have the girls 200 freestyle relay. When I was a swimmer, relays were my absolute favorite thing to swim.
The next event is event number 17, girls 200 yard freestyle relay. For big spring in lane 3, Miller.
Takes a little bit of pressure off of you to do it well.
And Christopher.
When you're working with a team, it's a little more fun when you succeed, getting to share that with your teammates. East Penn in lane 2, Julie Capers, Bethany Ansel, Katia Petitsis, and TJ Nguyen. And in lane 4 for East Pennsboro, we've got Hannah Turner, Nora Almazani, Addie Barrett, and Ashley Miller. This is the 200 freestyle relay. All swimmers will swim down and back freestyle as fast as they can. Not that our distance events weren't exciting, but this is where the adrenaline really gets going in these quick, fast-paced sprint events. We're off to a very competitive start between the leader and the Big Spring team, and Hannah Turner swimming first for East Pennsboro. Hannah finishing with a split of 26.80, an excellent time. Nora maintaining her lead and adding a little bit of space between the East Pennsboro team and the Big Spring team. Our second swimmer in lane 2, Bethany Ansel. Got a fast kick coming in for her turn. The third swimmer for East Penn in lane 4 is Addie Barrett. And the East Penn's lead on this event lengthens. It's about 2 body lengths between Addie in lane 4 and the Big Spring swimmer in lane 3. Katia in lane 2, looks like she lost her goggles on the start. A very common problem and very frustrating. But if you've been swimming long enough, your body knows what to do. Can anticipate the wall, know when to make the turn, know when to make your finish. Ashley Miller, lane 4, maintaining that lead, fighting for the finish. And the East Penn team in lane 4 will take first with a time of 1:57.98. Followed up a few seconds later by the Big Spring team in lane 3. TJ Nguyen in lane 2, finishing as the 4th swimmer for East Penn B team. East Penn in lane 2 finishes with 2:18.61. For the boys 200 free relay, in lane 2 for East Pennsboro, we've got Cole Scugan, Thomas McMichael, Jackson Karkedian, Jacek Petitsis. And in lane 4 for East Penn, we have Zach Hess, Weston Zuli, Connor Corman, and Carson Close.
Thompson, and Thompson. And in lane 5, Graver, Markuski, Elvin, Cubbage, and Elvin. Pursuing for East Penn in lane 2, Scugan, McMichael.
Don't ask me about the clapping thing. You may have heard Some of the fellow swimmers clapping for their teammates on the big spring team. It's never a ritual I particularly cared for. You see that these pin swimmers, they don't do that. A little cheer is appropriate. Doesn't need to be rhythmic clapping, right, Lucas? Here we go, boys, 200 freestyle relay. Very fast start. Lots of high speed kicking happening here in the pool. Looks like it's going to be a close race to finish in first for this first split of the relay. Now, something you may not know is these relay splits for our first swimmers can count as actual race times. When it comes to championship season, coaches will input their swimmers' best times, and they will get seeded into events, which means that the top swimmers get to swim alongside all the other racers and swimmers from other schools in that event whose times are close to them. From there, from the first round of championships, it'll be like the top 16 go on to districts. From there, top 8 may go on to states. And even though it's a relay, the relay time can count for submission to those championship races. But the first leg of a relay, because they're going off of a true start, their legs count as well as entries or potential times that those coaches can input for championship meets. Later legs in the relay do not count as they're using relay starts. Again, where they take that stepping sort of leap in, so their times are a little bit skewed because of that, often faster. Big Spring will finish in first, just out touching our East Penn boys in lane 4, finished with a time of 1:40.31. Followed shortly thereafter by Big Spring in lane 5, finished in third. Big Spring in lane 1 come in fourth, and our East Penn boys team in lane 2 will come in fifth. East Penn boys in lane 2 finish with a time of 2:02.45.
The next event is event number 19, girls 100-yard backstroke. Swimming for Big Spring in lane 3, Kaufman, and in lane 5.
Up next is the girls 100-yard backstroke.
In lane 2, Ansel.
Bethany Ansel in lane 2, Addie Barrett in lane 4, Julie Capers in lane 6. This is 4 laps of the backstroke. A lot of strategy here in the backstroke with strong underwaters once again. Being able to hold your breath, not just underwater, but upside down. And get those dolphin kicks to propel you forward to win this race. Addie Barrett with an excellent start. Came in first from the turn. Out of the turn, she's coming up just shortly behind the Big Spring swimmer in lane 3. Now you may wonder why swimmers don't have to worry about hitting their heads on their turns. That's what those flags are for above the pool. When a swimmer passes under the flags, they have what's called a stroke count. And they count their strokes. Something you figure out in practice is how many strokes you take from the flags to the wall before you need to flip over and turn. Big Spring swimmer in lane 3, still maintaining her lead. Addie shortly behind, coming in for her final turn. Bethany Ansel and Julie Capers in lane 2 and 6 respectively. Very on par with each other. We will see who is able to take the lead for the third place finish between the two of them. Bethany Ansel just shortly ahead off the turn. A strong kick can be really powerful in backstroke. And even though your head is out and you can breathe the whole time, you do want to maintain a real rhythm to your breathing, just like you would in the freestyle or the butterfly. Bethany Ansel finishing in third, 1:38.98. Addie finished in second with 1:24.78. Julie Capers finished in fourth. Her time did not show up on the timing block. Up next, we have the boys backstroke. We'll have Jackson Karkidi in lane 2, Thomas McMichael in lane 4, and Cole Scugan in lane 6.
In lane 1, Wentz. In lane 3, Kovich. And in lane 5, Tangle. Swimming for East Med in lane 2, Karkidi. In lane 4, McMichael. And in lane 6, Scugan.
Fast start, strong underwater by the big spring swimmer in lane 3, coming out in the lead right off the get-go. Cole Scugan in lane 6, fighting for first place. He's shortly behind in second at the moment. Jackson and Karkidi in lane 2, just behind Cole, and Thomas just behind Jackson. Cole turns in second with a split of 34.62. Thomas, Cole, and Jackson are all very close. Looks like Cole will maintain his place in second. Jackson in third, Thomas in fourth. Neck and neck. Our big spring swimmer just finished in first with a time of 1:01.99. Cole over in lane 6, about to finish. He gets 1:11.73, just outtouched Jackson, 1:11.90, close finish. Thomas in fourth, 1:13.76. Our other big spring swimmer is in lane 5 and 1 finish afterwards.
I was threw up. Go! And then I didn't PR. And now I don't know why I'm crying.
Ocean doing a great job. Swimming can be very frustrating. She seemed a little frustrated she did not get her best time. It would be lovely if every time you swim you got your best time, but that is just not simply how it goes. There's a lot of factors that can impact how we do in a race. Swimming requires a lot of perseverance. In an individual sport, you really have to be mentally strong. Up next, we have 100 breaststroke. Katia Patisas in lane 2 and TJ Nguyen in lane 4. For the 100 breaststroke. TJ and Katia fighting for second. Katia just out touching TJ on the first turn. This stroke is all about timing. It is not a very powerful stroke, so you really have to find your rhythm, your timing between your arms and your legs to get some sort of undulation in your body while you're swimming. Our leader in lane 3 is our big spring swimmer, maintaining her lead. TJ and Katia continuing to fight for second. They have been neck and neck this whole race. Breaststroke is always a fun race to cheer for because their heads are coming up out of the water a little more than it would in any of the other strokes. You find that their teammates and coaches cheer for them in the rhythm that they are swimming.
The next event is event number
TJ finished with a time of 1:35.92. Timing pad issue, unclear on Katya's finish time.
I apologize.
Up next, we have the boys' breaststroke. We have no East Penn swimmers. Wait, that's not true. They're just not printed on my sheet.
In lane 4, Hess, and in lane 6, Scoot.
We have lane 2, Petitsis, lane 4, Hess, and lane 6, Scugan. Hundred breaststroke. Looks like lane 4 Hess will take our lead for the East Pennsboro swimmers. Our first and second place in the pool right now are big spring swimmers in lane 3 and 5. Hess is followed very shortly behind by Jacek Petitsis in lane 2. Cole Scugan behind in lane 6. Probably still out of breath from his backstroke he just swam. Zach Hess in lane 4 finished third with 1:17.13, followed by Jacek in lane 2, 1:18.10. Coming in for his finish in lane 6 is Cole Scugan, finishing with a time of 1:39.32.
The next event is event number 23, girls 400-yard freestyle relay. For big spring in lane 1, Viol,
This is our second to last event. Last event for the girls.
and Hoffman. And for East Penn,
Excuse me, we got
Hall, Gillis,
East Pennsboro, lane 2. Our B team for the relay is Mihaela Hrustovova, Ella Hall, Charlotte Gillis, and Julie Capers. And in lane 4, our East Penn A team is Jessica Dang, Ocean Flickinger, Nora Almazani, and Katya Petitsis. This is the 400 freestyle relay. Each swimmer will swim a 100 freestyle. A lot of strategy in the 400. This is a longer race, 16 laps total, each swimmer doing 4 lengths. Each swimmer should be sprinting their 100. 100 is a sprint event. And as I shared during the individual 100 event, there's a little more room for error in your 100. In your 50 sprint event, you have to go all out as fast as you can, down and back. If you mess up your turn, if you mess up your start, that can really make or break your race. And in the 100, if maybe you mess up a turn, you've got 2 other ones you can improve upon. So here we have that same strategy applied 4 times over for the relay. Who you have swimming first and who you have swimming last can really impact your race. Thinking about your middle 2 swimmers, you really want people who are going to be able to be consistent and maintain. Big Spring is currently in first. Their second swimmer just started her leg of the 400. We've got Jess Dang in lane 4 coming in for her finish on her leg of the relay. Ocean Flickinger about to dive in for her leg of the 400 relay. In lane 2, Mihaela's finishing her leg. Ella Hall preparing to dive in for her leg of the relay. There are some cases where a meet and the score of the meet will come down to this final relay. If teams are very close in skill level, maybe they've been going back and forth for who is winning each event. Whoever wins this relay can win the meet in some cases. So there are some exciting races to be had with the 400 freestyle relay. In lane 4, Nora Almuzani just jumped in for her leg of the relay. In lane 2, Charlotte Gillis is hopping in. The third leg is off and running. Maintaining your pace in a sprint event means having a strong kick. You really want a consistent rhythm with your arms, and it is really important to manage your breath. You do not want to breathe every single lap or every single stroke. It is not Katya's turn to swim. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe I miscounted. I think I just missed a significant part of the race. It looks like lane 4 has come back to take the lead from Big Spring in lane 3. I was so concerned about talking about strategy. Katya fighting for the win. Shout out to Nora in lane 4 for her third leg of the relay as she overtook the swimmer in lane 3. Katya now maintaining her lead. Will she finish in first to take the win in the 400 free relay? It will be a close one. I am sure you can hear the crowd. A fight for the finish. System is not correct because there's 2 seconds between lane 3 and lane 4 with what shows on our timing system, and that looked like a very close finish to me. I do believe the Big Spring swimmer just outtouched Katya, finishing with a time of 4:59.24. The timing system shows that Katya finished at 5:01.15. It could have just been a short delay in how hard she hit the pad. Sometimes that affects what time shows up. It looked very close from here. In lane 2, it looks very close, it did. Lane 2, we've got Julie Capers coming in to finish in third place for her leg of the relay. Lane 2 finishing with a time of 5:58.76 for their relay. We will end our event tonight with the boys' 400 free relay, our final event of the evening. In East Pennsboro for lane 4, we have Zach Hess, Jackson Carchini, Josh Franchik, and Thomas McMichael. Our final event of the night. Zach Hess coming up quick off of his start to start the race. Looks like it'll be a close one, folks. Gabby, what questions do you have about swimming? Joined with me is Gabby Jovic of our yearbook staff at the high school. Oh, we're on camera. Gabby, have you ever considered being a part of our swim team here at the high school?
I have, but I'm committed to tennis, so I'm sorry, Miss Shaker.
Swimming is a winter sport.
I do tennis year round.
What is your favorite event to watch?
It's called, I think it's a 500 something. It's where they go back and forth a bunch of times. I like watching it because it's fun.
That's a good one for sure.
Thank you.
Thanks, Gabby.
Okay, bye, Gabby. Bye, the shaper.
Hi, Gabby. Second leg is in. That was a close first leg. Our swimmers are maintaining that race pace. Fighting hard. Who's going to win? We have Jackson in lane 4 representing East Pennsboro against our Big Spring swimmer in lane 3. Jackson has pulled ahead half a body length, about a second ahead of our swimmer in lane 3 for Big Spring. Josh Franchik hopping in now for our East Pennsboro team in lane 4. Josh, halfway through his leg of the relay, has lost the lead. It will be up to Thomas McMichael as the anchor of this relay to fight for that win. Josh finishing his leg of the relay. Thomas about to dive in. Our Big Spring swimmer in lane 3. Approximately a lap ahead of Thomas. Thomas definitely gaining some of that lead back, reducing the distance between him and the swimmer ahead. Will there be enough time for him to come back and take the win? I am not sure, but Thomas is fighting for it. He's given it his all. Big Spring swimmer in lane 3 on his final lap. Thomas approaching the final turn. Big Spring lane 3 finishing first, 4:12.18. Thomas coming in for a second place finish, 4:23.71. And that concludes our meet. I do not have official scores. Every race is scored and calculated on the computer. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you at the next meet. Go Panthers.